Hi, Steve Cooper, Rank Success, and this is another short video to update you in relation to some feedback, some testimonials. But the first thing I'd like to say is, shock horror, one of the things I found out this week is that some people are being charged or quoted thousands of pounds, fees in the thousands of pounds for just a few sessions of coaching or mentoring support for promotion opportunities in the UK in policing. Now, that you could have knocked me down with a feather when I heard that, and I'll read the testimonial out in a minute and the feedback. I had a great run this week with testimonials and feedback from individuals who have smashed their inspectors' processes, but thousands of pounds, really, you'll never pay more than three figures with Rank Success. And before you get anywhere near that and you decide to download one of my bespoke toolkits, bespoke to sergeant, so if you're going from constable to sergeant or from sergeant to inspector, chief inspector, you can pop along to ranksuccess.co.uk and listen to free podcasts, hours of it, with current serving police officers, chief officers, and listening out for what they want from promotion candidates, and some fantastic insights there. There's some free guides you can download. There's free YouTube videos like this full of insights and tips to help you before you even get started, just to help you get orientated. And then, of course, when you want to, you can download a bespoke toolkit with a promotion masterclass video with me suited, booted, and just hit the ground running with the preparation and the time you've got to get match fit for an opportunity. So I wanted to share this testimonial because for me, it hits on a lot of things around coaching. You have to be coachable as a cop. I know you're always busy. There's always challenges, and cops are generally time poor. But what you'll find out is that the successful people on promotion boards have put the work in, and they've actually taken time to develop themselves ahead of the opportunity that they have. And this testimonial is from Michelle, and I'm going to read it out for you first, and then I'll go through some of the insights that I'd like to share with you. Steve was highly recommended to me by a trusted friend after I'd consulted with several others who planned to charge me thousands of pounds for just a few sessions. It was a pleasure to receive support from Steve, who dedicated time to reviewing my examples carefully. His guidance was incredibly valuable in selecting the right examples and ensuring they were aligned with the CVF competencies and values. Although I had to condense my examples to 500 words, a challenging task, having Steve available for support was instrumental. Our conversation clarified many aspects, and I left with a much clearer understanding. The Digital Inspector Toolkit, including its content, explainer, and masterclass videos, proved to be highly beneficial. The one-to-one conversations provided excellent support for my thinking and approach, and the ability to revisit different sessions within the toolkit was particularly helpful. The podcasts were outstanding, and attending the live masterclass was a highly enriching experience. I learned a great deal. The knowledge I gained from the toolkit has been exceptional, not only in preparing for the process, but also in developing myself as an aspiring senior leader. The one-to-one sessions worked well for me because they allowed me to note down questions and to discuss them directly. I felt completely comfortable asking any question, knowing there were no barriers, and as I approached my process date, I felt overwhelmed. But reaching out to Steve was a turning point. It was inspiring, calming, reminding me of how much I had worked, and framing this as an exciting opportunity to showcase my leadership potential. I felt truly supported and fortunate. Steve's calm demeanour, reassurance, and knowledge was inspiring. After my one-to-ones, I felt empowered to conquer any challenge, and Steve tailored each session to my individual needs, ensuring there were no distractions from my goal. He listened attentively and understood my concerns, and it's clear Steve's motivation extends beyond financial gain. He genuinely wants others to succeed, and I've lost count of how many times he went above and beyond and reassuring me not to worry. On numerous occasions, he stayed on the phone with me until I had the answers I needed without asking me for payment, and I'm deeply grateful for Steve's confidence in me and his unwavering support. I'm proud to share I was recognised as one of the top performers in my force's inspector process. So for me, that's fantastic feedback. In a way, my clients, my customers, are my mentors in a way, because as a coach, and I am a qualified executive coach with the Institute of Leadership and Management. So I'm qualified. I understand both the theory. I've been a cop for 30 years. So I also understand where you're coming from. I've been there, seen it, got the t-shirt. But it's always different. So promotion processes are changing. People approach promotion from different perspectives, and have different questions, even though the process they're going to face is the same as a couple of hundred other people. We're all individuals, so it's very much around having a supportive conversation. And when I get feedback like that, that lets me know that if I put my finger on the pulse somewhere, I'm somewhere near it, even though I myself always try and stay in a state of continuous improvement. I like being inspired. I am inspired by my customers when I get feedback like that. And you know, that brightened up my day when I got it. But what I wanted to do was just go through a couple of insights. I've only got time to go through a couple because I want to keep this video short. But essentially, the big thing was the thousands of pounds. Well, you won't pay that much with Rank Success. You won't pay any more than 3 numbers, and that's a choice for you. So you can start with nothing and move your way through the products and services that I offer, and you will get that money back in your first paycheck. In your new rank. So there's very much a kind of quid pro quo there in terms of value for money. And as I say, you can go across and have a look at what other people say. But so the first thing was that you don't have to pay thousands of pounds. Aligning your evidence and choosing the right examples. You might have lots of examples, and I can help you with that. Certainly my toolkits can help you with that by showing you what good examples look like. But also they have to be aligned to the competencies in the CVF and the values at the heart of the NDM and within the CVF. So that's the National Decision Model and the Code of Ethics. Condensing it to 500 words, you'll have word limits. You have to get them, your examples in on those word limits. And it's a challenging task, as Michelle highlights here. It's sometimes very, very challenging because a bit like a writer trying to hack back the details to the core essence of a book and what you want to say. It's okay to write 1,000 words, but then you have to kind of refine and distill it back in the context of the example and the question you've been asked. And again, my digital toolkits and application guides and guidance can help you with that. And then, of course, if you want to chat through your examples, we can do that as well. The Digital Inspector Toolkit content, explainer video, so I explain the CVF in there, and the masterclass video, which is me suited, booted for 4, 5, 6 hours, leading you through the promotion process so that you match fit when you knock on the door. I learned a great deal. Brilliant. The podcasts were outstanding. Well, I do the best I can here on topical policing issues and leadership issues, sharing some thoughts, ideas with you just to support your thinking and to provoke it and to challenge it in a supportive way so that you can deliver the best version of yourself on the day. When you have your promotion opportunity. I felt overwhelmed. Well, it can be overwhelming. So if you've got a digital toolkit, you can focus on where you need to focus and keep all your time that you do have focused on the right things. So learning things as you move through and developing that new perspectives, new ideas, new thoughts around what you already know, what evidence you've already got. Steve is exceptional. Well, that's high praise indeed. I certainly strive to do that and be my best. But calm demeanor, well, what other way is there other than to talk calmly about promotion, even though it's a very emotional issue for people, particularly when they're unsuccessful in a process. And that's very much a test of how you will react as a leader if you're unsuccessful on things, whether you have a fixed or growth mindset. Again, that's all covered in my toolkits. My knowledge is relevant to coaching, it's relevant to mentoring, it's relevant to my policing career, the insights I have. I take a strong interest in policing and leadership issues today, and I'm able to have a meaningful conversation with you, a supportive conversation with you, if you allude to and choose to avail yourself of some one-to-one support. I felt truly supported and fortunate. Good. That's exactly what I strive to achieve. Tailoring each session to my individual needs. Yeah, everybody's different, as I alluded to before. Everybody wants to approach things from a slightly different tack or perspective, and that's okay. We start where you are, because that's the best place to start. Steve's motivation extends beyond financial gain. Well, it does. I am a business, not a charity, but I'm also a coach. I'm a husband, a father, a grandfather, and I want people to be able to achieve and to realize their potential, particularly in the context of police promotions. And again, as I say, if you want to go along to ranksuccess.co.uk, you can have a look at lots of officers' stories in their own words as to the value they found. And I think that the end result, really, the outcome is I'm proud to share that I was recognised as one of the top performers in my force inspectors process. Well, that's what we're all aiming for. That's what the whole thing is for. And of course, when you do get through, well, you're at the beginning again, because that's about learning and growing and developing as a leader. But I'm very proud of that feedback. I do these videos from time to time to share insights and people's feedback and comments, and whether rank success is on the right level with supporting officers. So I'm very proud to share some of those insights with you. I feel valued when I do it. I want people to feel valued when they do it. And for Michelle, I wish her all the very best as she learns and grows and develops in the new rank, in the new role, as she goes forward. And as I say, there's lots of support for you. If you just want to pop along to Rank Success, listen to free podcasts, download free guides, have a look at free YouTube videos, and make a decision yourself as to whether you want to go a little bit further, hit the ground running, and make the best of your promotion opportunity. Until my next video, take care and stay safe.